Oh, good evening, everyone. Sorry, it's good day. I'm Joey, and today we are going to draw some simple shapes under light. Okay, so first we're going to tackle a sphere under light. So we're going to draw this sphere under the light. Okay, so I just drag and put the picture here. So let's get drawing. I'll show you how to do it, and and I will leave this image in a link below, so you can download this image in my drive, and then you can practice on your own. Okay, first, as usual, we go to the background layer, adjust we adjust the color um to its background, so it's like brighter somewhere here. Right, then we set a shortcut key for my new layer, which is F2. If you don't have a shortcut key, you can just click here, and you want to find out where the shortcut key is, you can go here and keyboard shortcuts, and you can explore here. If not mistaken, it's around um image layer. Okay, new layer. Okay, this one. All right, layer new, somewhere right here. Just feel free to explore yourself. Okay, so to draw a circle, all right, draw a circle. Oh yeah, for the brushes, I guess I will export my brushes and I'll share it online, all my brush sets, so that you can just download from the Google Drive. All right, so let's get back to this topic. So you think I would use a brush to draw a circle, but no. If you actually follow my previous lesson that I talked about this selection tool, this is a pretty great tool for you to draw a selection. Okay, see, you got perfect sphere. All right, you just gotta press shift and then you drag with your stylus, then you get a perfect sphere. Then you press B, which is a shortcut key for brush, and now you can paint the sphere. So you can color pick here the background, and then you press here, or P as in the shortcut key. Now you know this is the color here. So the sphere is appear darker. So just go down here, press OK, increase the brush size, paint, and now we have a dark sphere, right? We have dark sphere. All right, before that we need to establish, get an press control to pull the sphere to the center. So before that we need to establish the light here. So from the background there's actually light hitting here. So for the background here, maybe we can do a selection, go here to the lasso tool, pull a selection here. All right, and then go back to the background layer, and we can um, reduce the brightness. All right, reduce the brightness. Okay, then I press Ctrl J to duplicate this background. All right, now I have a background duplicate. I can just brighten the area right here. If I want to brighten the area below here, I press W, which is a shortcut key for Magic Wand tool, and when I press here, it auto select the range of the similar color here. So when I do this, I go back to brush, I press B for my brush tool. I select this brush. This is like an airbrush. All right. So now I want to create a light. So I move closer, not white, but closer to white. So around here, and paint from here. Oh, so it's not painting because why? My layer mode is multiply. So you gotta set back to normal. Okay. So see, and why is our spear, black spear, not affected? Because our black spear is, the layer is on top of the background. So whatever we paint here, it only affects this background copy layer. It won't affect the spear. All right. So now you can slowly paint the light, hitting the table. Okay. It's more like a table stuff. And then the background, and then press, now we want to deselect this selection, so we press Ctrl D to deselect the selection. So the selection is gone now. Again, we want to darken the area here over the background. So what we can do, you press the magic wand again, press the background, okay, and then press B for the brushes, select here, color pick the color, and then adjust the color to darker color, and slowly brush the dark color here. And then maybe we can color pick here some white color and give it a light touch. Now press this Ctrl D to deselect this layer. All right. So as you can see, it's actually kind of blur at the background. So I want to make the background blur. I want to make this blur, this line blurry. So make it disappear. So what do we do? Now we still on this layer, we go to filter, we go to blur, and then we go to Gaussian blur. Not sure if I pronounced it correctly, but I guess I did. So we can reduce the pixel, right? Around here, 6.8, looks fine. Looks fine to me. And then now we're gonna create a new layer. All right, we're gonna do the shadow of the cast shadow of this spear. All right, so we're gonna select this selection, eclipse tool. So we draw from here. So we just look somewhere around here. Okay, brush, and then we select the color, any color here, color pick. So to fill the color in this selection, we can just press LT, hold our LT, and then press backscape. Now we got a selection. As you can see, our spear is actually darker, and then by pressing Control, we can use our stylus pen to move the shadow. So let me guess, it's around here. Oh, it's actually wider. So you want to adjust the shape, you can press Control and T together, and it will become like this. Now you can adjust the shape. Press enter. All right, so as you can see, the shadow is not dark enough. You gotta increase the darkness. You can press Ctrl L to these levels, and then you can just pull back all the way here to make the shadow darker. All right, and press OK. Now we want to deselect all this. So now the spear is as dark as the shadow. You can't see anything. So now, right now, we want to render the spear. So what do we do now? It's called the rendering. All right, we're gonna render the spear. So can we just do it on this layer? No, because this layer only has the cast shadow. So we can just name it here cast shadow. Or maybe we don't. It's just an extra step. Then we go to here, go back here to our spear. All right, now we want to paint in this spear. If you want to paint in this spear without painting the other space, for example, if let's say I have a brush tool and I color pick this color, right, and I paint, it is, you know, painting outside the sphere as well. So I want to undo this. So I press Control, Alt, and zag. So undo this, undo this. All right. I don't want to paint outside of the sphere. I want to paint inside the sphere, just the sphere. There are a few ways I can do. First, I can press Control. First, I can press this, you know, Magic Wand tool and make a selection. So I can just paint in here, the selection. All right, let's say I make the selection here and I want to paint the light here. So I can color pick here the light. As you can see, the light here is actually brighter than the background. So when I color pick this light, it shows here. So I want to move further up here. All right. So I can paint the light, reduce the brush size, and paint. All right. Now we got a spear. Slowly brush through your stylus. All right, slowly, 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 slowly. And then now you can color pick here, the grayish area, and slowly paint, paint, paint. If you make any mistakes, just press Control Z or Control Alt Z to undo more steps. All right, as you can see, we got the light area. This is the light area, and below the spear, there is also the light area. And you may question why? Why is this happening? Why? Because the light hits here. All right, it hits the surface of the spear, and then the back of the spears, they are not hit by the light. But when the light hits the table around the table here, okay, let me show you where the light hits the table. Okay, so now I'm going to deselect this layer, go back here, the background layer, and I'll paint the light. Paint the light. Select the light again, color pick, and paint the light here. All right. So as you can see here, these are the light. The lights hits here too. All right. Yes. All right. So these are the lights that being hit from the exact direction of the light source. Hits the spear, hits the table, and then it hits the table. All right. It hits the spear. It hits the table. All right, and then let me show you with another color. Hits the spear, hits the table, and then this light hits the table. It will hit up here. It will hit up here, right? The light that hits the table will hit up here. So that's why we got the light underneath the spear. So now we're gonna paint here. Go back to the spear. Okay, just now I told you about making selection with this magic wand. Okay, right now you can't make this selection with the magic wand because there is a different gradient of color. So you can't select all the spear now. What do we do now? All right. So we don't want to use a magic wand. So once you make the selection, you want to press Control and D to deselect the selection. Okay, you want to go back to a brush tool. Go back to brush tool. And now I'm going to teach you how we can lock the layer. So we can lock the layer by pressing this button. It means lock what is in the layer. So right now it's similar to the selection just now, but since we have gradient and we can't do that already, so we can just lock the layer and we can paint the light underneath. So we just paint what's in the layer, right? As you can see, yes, we got a beautiful spear, right? This is a bounce light. All right, if you want to remember, the bounce light cannot be lighter than the light here. The bounce light is always darker, so make sure the bounce light is not brighter than this area. And then you want to reduce the darkness again, color pick the shadow, All right, paint slowly along the edge, along the edge. Reduce the size of your brush and make subtle gesture. Okay, just paint subtly. All right, nice. And then as you can see here, we have darker area, so you can just, you know, paint it darker here and pull your stylus using the pen pressure. Feel the pen pressure. Paint. Increase the brush size. Reduce the brush size. Paint. Yes. Now you have a nice circle. Alright. Alright. So at some point you can see there's some light that goes into the car shadow as well. So what do we call this? This is called the ambient light. The light in the surrounding. Sometimes the ambient lights also go into the shadow. So now let us move to the shadow layer. Let's do the ambient light. We can just, you know, color pick anything from the surrounding. And then don't forget we're going to lock the layer and we reduce our brush size and then just, you know, give us a simple push. Simple push. Yes. Alright. Now, as you can see, this layer, this shadow layer is actually blur. So we want to unlock the shadow layer and go to filter and go blur and go Gaussian blur again. Alright, so we can get almost the effect we want and then we press OK. But as you can see here, the shadow is like moving further away. So if you want to do it like this, we go to blur again and then we go to a motion blur. For motion blur, you can actually yes, yeah, all right, you can move here to create the blurry effect. Maybe it's not that good, but yeah, I guess that's fine. So here we need to fix this. Go back to eraser tool, press E for the eraser tool, and go back to airbrush, reduce the size, and then make sure the layer is not locked. So you can, you know, erase, reduce the size again, erase, 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 erase. All right, nice. Got a spear. Okay. The light in the background. Okay, so you can see here the light is too much. So go back to this layer and then press B and color pick, and then we fix the area here again. Fix back the area. Alright. Fix back the area. And now we can press C to crop the whole image. Okay, we can crop the whole image. Crop whole image from here. Right. Okay, crop it nearer. And when you're done, press enter. All right, so one thing, if you can notice, okay, in this sphere, this actually the brightest part is right here. The brightest part is here and here. Here is the bright part, right? So to do this, we go back to our sphere, okay, and maybe we can select a texture brush, right? So this is one of the texture brushes as well. Color pick a white color. Can, you know, we can go back to the layer and do this. Okay, just looks messy, right? And then now I'm gonna teach you to use this tool, which is the smudge tool. It's like a finger, okay? This is too big, so you gotta reduce the size of the smudge tool. Unlock the layer, You can lock the layer. Yeah, you can lock it. So you just, you know, press it with your stylus, smash the two. Yeah, sometimes you just smash everything off. All right, can't see any, can't see it anymore. What do I say? Not good, not good. So, well, I'm gonna use back my airbrush tool and cover this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Okay, so I'm just gonna cover this, and I wanna make here brighter. And then here, this part, make it brighter. All right. And then now I realize the background here is actually darker. So I want to, increase the darker. I want to darken the area here. So what can I do is I can, go to this mode, or I can just color pick here. I can just go, select dark color and increase my airbrush, and I just, paint over here. All right. Now I guess the spear is done. Here's how to render a spear. What do you think? I think it looks great. Yep, looks great. And then if you're done this, yeah, maybe you can, you can try this as a homework. And if you have any feedback, maybe um, you can ask me in the comment section, or I will probably set up a Discord group. So those who want to share their work or ask for any feedback, you can, shoot away your question in the Discord group. And there's another homework yet, another assignment. Okay, so this is one. There's another one, which is, an increased difficulty. We'll call it the level 3. This is level 1, and then there's the level 3. So let me show you what's the level 3 homework. All right, so this is the level 3 homework. Okay, got this image from online. As you can see, the image is not actually in its best resolution. Is actually not that clear, but take it as a challenge. I want you to look at the light, the shadow, and then this is more challenging because you have more shapes to do. So how do we make all these shapes? Right now, I'm going to teach you how we're going to make selection for these shapes. Okay, for these shapes, you're going to use this tool. Okay, you press right click here, and then you got this polygonal lasso tool. Okay, this tool allows you to make weird shapes, and then when you want to join back here, you can press Control and then hit. This will make a selection, but of course this is not a selection we want. All right, we want a selection, so we're gonna press, if let's say we want a cone selection, we can press from here, go from here, and go from here. All right, and press Control and then click whatever it is, it will join together, give us a selection, and then we can paint through this selection. And then make sure you just do it in separate layer. For what about this? Okay, what about this? We can make a selection. Okay, from can make a selection from here, go here, all right, and go here, then go here and here. So we have like a rectangle selection. First we just pin the rectangle selection, and then it's a cone, right? Yeah, sorry, it's a cylinder, not a cone. Then right, then how do we do? We press this, okay, make a speed an oval selection, all right, and then we color fill it. How do we color fill it? We can just press Control backspace. You fill it with the color, and we drag it. Oh, I think I should make this the spear here, and fill it. Then we press Control, click. You can move the shape here, and to adjust the shape, just press, like this. Control T. To duplicate the shape, press Control J and duplicate to the back. Then you join everything together. Now it is a cylinder. Okay, so it's not that perfect, I know, but to make it perfect, you can just use the lasso tool, Control Alt backspace, paint everything. All right, and then use the hot edges eraser tool. All right, go to eraser, hardness, to erase the shape. Well, this is much more difficult, I guess, but if you have time, maybe you can try this level 3. Okay, so if you don't, then just stick to the spear. So in my next lesson, I shall be doing this level 3 assignment. So until then, I guess I will stop today. Have fun painting, everyone. See you guys.